All right, Coach, congratulations on the road win today over San Diego. What are some thoughts after today's win?
Really proud of this group. I thought, again, we're shorthanded, and we're even more shorthanded with some illnesses. And so, every road win we know it's going to be a battle, regardless of who we're playing against. So, thought we were really gritty today. It's 2 games in a row. Freya's hit the game winner for us, basically, and I thought Lou did a really good job handling the ball, taking care of the ball, made some good shots for us. I knocked down a bunch of shots in the first quarter. I thought Elle came in, gave us really solid defense and rebounding. Thought Emma rebounded really well. It was a team effort. I mean, we got 8 kids healthy right now, and 7 of those 8 played tonight. They played good today and played really good minutes.
Obviously, Freya, career high 26 points today. She's just been clicking offensively for the last couple of games, averaging over 20 points. What are some things you saw from her the last couple of games here, just, how she led this team offensively?
Well, I think she's doing everything she can to help her team be in a position to win games. We've talked about, we're not the team that we were at the beginning of January, but, what are we going to do to be the very best version of who we are? And for some of us, that means, really kind of growing into some different roles. Aya's having more opportunities to play on the floor. Elle's getting more opportunities to play on the floor than they probably would have had we had all of our players healthy. So, those players need to, all of us, they need to grow and develop and figure out how they're going to help us be a really good team down the road with the personnel that we have.
You mentioned Aya, 10 points today, season high for her. Scored those pretty early on to kind of set the tone of the game. What did you see from her today, and how has she grown in the last couple of games here?
Well, I thought, she got those extended minutes against Oregon State, and, went through a kind of a dry spell with her shooting, but worked her way out of that at Oregon State, knocked down a couple of shots. I thought she came in more assertive and more confident in her shot. She's a very good shooter, but just sometimes, having an opportunity to be out on the court for extended minutes and not just be in a, play for a couple minutes, come out a couple minutes sort of a role. I think, that's what she hopefully is adapting to, because we're going to need her to be on the court for stretches of time for us.
Knowing that San Diego is a pretty good rebounding team, especially offensively, holding them to 6 offensive rebounds, what can you say about the team's defense overall?
That was a point of emphasis. Horstmeyer does a great job of getting in and, following her shots, following her teammates' shots. She's always active, and Truitt does a nice job rebounding. They really crash boards hard. So we talked about that a lot. We can't really simulate that in our practices, but it is, something that we definitely talked about. And again, I thought Emma and Elle really gave us a boost there with our rebounding.
San Diego pressed late in the game, kind of causing some fits for the girls. What were some things in that fourth quarter that kind of not necessarily fell apart, but how was San Diego able to get back in this game?
Yeah, I think we had some start the second half there and stretch in the second half where we just had turnover, and then kind of let them get back into the game a little bit. And end of the game, you can anticipate you're going to be pressed if it's a relatively close game, and San Diego is always a team that plays very physical, very man-to-man defense in the past, and so that is kind of in their blood, that's in their system, and if you don't attack that and handle it right the first time, you're going to see it again more aggressively, and we got caught with that. We were a little lackadaisical with the ball, didn't meet our passes, tried to pick up the basketball with a dribble. Those things aren't going to work when you got 3 or 4 people chasing you around. So I thought, after the timeout, we gained our composure a little bit better, and then came down, and Frey was able to get a good, basket attack, and then kind of drew a foul the last play there.
Back at home against LMU next Thursday, knowing they already played them already this year, what are some things that you learned from that game and the previous games here to kind of get ready for that one?
Yeah, well, we're a really different team than when we played them the first time, so every game is going to take our very best effort to be competitive, and LMU is a highly capable team. They we had trouble containing some of their perimeter play first time we played them, and we had to use our press to kind of get back in the game and get a lead on them. So we're gonna try to rest up, hopefully get a few players healthy, and see what we can